what are the configurations default it is configured and how it is configured. Let's see. Now you can see here, this is the main configuration file, and I am telling that my Mule runtime is nothing but a Java application. How can I tell that? Yeah, there is something here. Just come down. Somewhere you can see. Yeah, you can see it's a Java application, and it is starting some command, Java command. And what is the main class for that? Mule container bootstrap. So it is starting a Mule runtime by using a Mule container bootstrap. That means, can I call now? My Mule is nothing but a Java application. Yes, right? So, where if at all it is a Java application, if you want to pass any runtime arguments, you can pass the runtime arguments. Which format? -d key value pairs. So right now we have many -d key value pairs. So these are the configurations. Now, what is the first configuration? -d. What is the key? Mule.home equal to what is the value? Here they are using some placeholders. These placeholders are dynamically will change based on the runtime you are using. So now go to the whenever you start a mule.batch file, automatically mule underscore home is set to what is this path? Your runtime path, standalone runtime path. If at all you are using 4.2, it will point to 4.2. So that's why it is showing as a mule underscore home. So this mule underscore home is set to so and so runtime. And you can see the placeholder that runtime path will replace in this, and which is given to some mule.home. That means it will be passed as a runtime arguments dynamically while your runtime is started. That means your command is started, right? Like that, we have multiple configurations -d key value pairs. If you want to pass your own configurations, so right now normally we'll be having a 17. So normally what you'll do, you need to pass in the same format, right? What I can do, I'll copy this. If you want to pass in your own format, you like this: 18th number is equal to -d is the syntax, and what is the key? Whatever you want to give key value pair, you can pass that in here. So let me talk about like environment setup, right? If you want to take a dev file or a prod file, irrespective of if you are deploying onto the development environment, you need to pick up a dev file, dev properties in a application. If you are deploying the application onto the production environment, you want to pick up prod file from the application. So you need to specify my env equal to dev or prod. Don't think that my env is some predefined or default one. No, it's a my variable which I deployed in my application. Whenever I'm writing an application, I have given this key and a value. So if you don't are able to understand this point, you can ignore. The point is to configure your own configurations. You can use the syntax same. Okay, I will explain about this in a database concept again. Okay, by the explanation concept. So this is the main configuration file. Wrapper.config file is a main configuration file in order to start your runtime. But you can ask me why Tanuki is required in between. Why can't my batch file start reading these configurations and start the runtime? Why is Tanuki is required? Assume that my Mule runtime is crashed with some other reason, any of the reason. My Mule runtime is crashed. So who will start this runtime again? Do I need to go to the batch file and I need to start the runtime again? Then how it will be started? You can see in the logs, Mule is up and kicking every 5 seconds. Who is doing this? Every 5 seconds, in the sense, if at all it is crashed again, my Tanuki, what it will do? It will it will monitor the status of my runtime. That means it will monitor the health, heartbeat of my Mule runtime. If at all it is crashed, it will start the runtime after 5 seconds automatically, right? So that is why this Tanuki is here, and I will call this Tanuki is a parent because it is monitoring the health of the child. Okay, this is the background architecture of your standalone runtime. Okay, this is the basic architecture of any point, sorry, not any point, Mule runtime. How it is pointing to so and so runtime whenever you start. Okay, this is the main file. Now let me undeploy this application from the runtime. To undeploy, what we need to do? See, whenever I start my runtime, this application is started under which domain? Go to the domains and see default domain. That means whenever you see default domain also will be deployed. Now you can have this default domain also. Default is also nothing but one of the project. Okay, when you customize your project, you'll understand what is the project Mule domain project, and default project also will be deployed first. Under this default project, this Mule application will be deployed, right? So both the applications will be started. Yeah. So let me undeploy by going to the apps folder. Let me undeploy. It is undeployed right now. Actually, you'll get a log here. I clicked on enter. It is showing some error. Failed to undeploy. But the form maybe it is having some issue in the backend. But failed to undeploy means it means that if you delete the anchor file, it is for undeployment. Okay. Maybe some other reason it got giving an issue. But right now it is undeployed.